Hey y'all, hey, hope I was well with you. I'm Leslie. You can call me Leslie and I will answer because it's still my name. It has been a minute since I showed you any projects. A week or so. Been doing other things. So I am actually working on a mock-up so that I can do Make 6 in 2026. Trying to find the right shirt design that I want that fits, and I've done all the modifications for. So the pattern I have chosen to mock up is McCall's 8385. Now I know this is a dress pattern. It's going to do double duty, so I am going to actually use it as a toile and a finished garment, as well as my determining factor whether or not I like this design for the shirt I want to make. Of course, when I do the shirt, I'm probably going to do some modifications, but we ain't concerned about it right now. So if you want to find out how this goes, because we're going to sew along, then hang on in here and watch me work. All right, so I am actually doing view C. I believe I did shorten the dress, and I'm going to show you the things that I modified in different places. So this is the back of the dress. So I put this on the fold. I did add, I am doing the dress the length of view A, but I added 3 inches to the bottom. Then I actually graded out on the hip area. I don't remember what the fullness is supposed to be, but I gave myself more room, so I graded it out in that area. I still have to interface my collar, which I made double interface because I want it to be nice and stiff. This is a micro text, so I have the collar done. I am doing a size 20, but grading it out. Other place I made adjustments. I didn't adjust. I did grade out on the front. So I did start it at a, in actuality, I started at a 22 because of the bust measurement. And I didn't want it to be too tight. It indicates here you need to do some interfacing, about a 1 inch. So I will do that. I know some patterns tell you don't do it, but this one does indicate. I did cut this out at a size 20 around the arm area, but a bust and down the waist and hips, it is going to be, the waistline is going to be a 22, but from the hip line out, it's going to be the 26, 28. There's 2 pieces to your sleeve. This is a sleeve stay, while this is a sleeve. That'll give that billowing look. I did add a little bit extra to the sides. I'm not stressed about that. I'll just ease it in. I just want to make sure I have enough room, and part of the reason is for a sleeve. This sleeve is 18.25, but for the 20, but for the 22 is 19. So I wanted it closer to the 19, and that's why I did it. Just got to make my markings. So I did do the bust area and graded it out yet again on the side seams area to the 28. I just want to make sure that it fits well, even though this may be a house dress, but who knows? I may go out in the public with it. If it looks good, I will. And throw a slip on, keep it going. Adding the 3 inches to the bottom. In my last piece, I did the same. And this is the back panel. grading it out. So I am going to have to look over my instructions, because there's one part of this that I've never dealt before, which is the sleeve has a lining to it, but it's set to help keep the shape of the fullness of the sleeve in place. So I gotta kind of read that over to make sure I understand that. I think that's pretty straightforward. I have interfaced everything. I will be doing French seams, but if you want to find out how it turns out, talk about a couple things that I had to do that I was slightly confused on, but no longer confused on. So I got the back panel completely done. I French seamed it. I still have to do the gathering stitches of the 2 rows at the top of that, but the back panel is completely done. I'm getting ready to finish the French seam for the front panel. I'm not gonna lie, I still think I could have probably added another so many inches in the hip area, but it may fit me just fine. Hopefully it does. So I have that. I did grade the bust area out to give myself a little bit more room. I think I'm just going to use some white buttons. So those 2 are done. Collar's on the over there. So had to do the sleeve. It did take me a minute to kind of wrap my head around what I was to do. So this is, you can see the sleeve lining. I just went on and used the same fabric because it's soft, and it keeps your sleeve to still have structure. This one's finished, have structure, so that bellowing, the fullness won't drop. And then I had to make sure I gathered at the top. So I have to do that with this one. And making progress. Hey y'all, hey, we made it to the end. I realized as I was editing this video that I didn't do an outro. So this is my outro. The make went well for 85.83. It was something I wanted to try out to see if I was going to like it as part of my Make 6 in 2026. And I will say that yes, I will make it again. I'll probably do it in the shirt version the next time with those modifications that I need to make. The sleeve, of course, was still too tight, even going by their measurements. I needed probably another inch. I may do the same size and maybe take out the width of the darts, because I probably only need about an inch and a quarter to give my arm a little bit more comfort. Don't feel like it's strangling. I did follow the measurements, but for whatever reason, it did not still fit my arm. I did grade out. Of course, I am going to actually take the grading and move it up a little bit higher because I still didn't give enough room for my hips. But as you can see in the video, it still looks good on me. It just needs probably like a hair bigger. Not a whole lot bigger, but a hair bigger. So I'm going to do that. And we will move on to the next top that I'm going to try to see if I can get a top that works well for my shape as well as looks good, and I can modify and create the look I'm looking for. So anyway, make sure if you haven't already, stay tuned. That means you have to subscribe, make a comment, share with somebody who may be interested. All right, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.